The U.S. continues efforts to intercept an Iranian oil tanker released by Gibraltar earlier this month. One America's Kristian Rouz has the latest.
That is for the United States to stop harassing other countries from engaging in normal economic activity with Iran.
An Iranian oil tanker wanted by the US suddenly changes course just off the coast of Turkey. The vessel, formerly known as Grace 1 and now under its new name Adrian Darya, was released by Gibraltar earlier this month after the British territory received written assurances by Iran that the tanker would not offload oil in Syria. Yet Adrian Darya listed Turkey as its destination for several days, before making a dramatic U-turn Thursday with its new destination unknown.
The United States has a set of sanctions that preclude crude oil from being shipped to any country. We've made clear anyone who touches it, anyone who supports it, anyone who allows a ship to dock is at risk of receiving sanctions from the United States of America.
US officials say the tanker is in violation of oil embargo on Iran. According to maritime security experts, Adrian Darya could offload its cargo on the high seas in a boat-to-boat transfer, just like North Korea has done for years. But critics argue the vessel carries 2.1 million barrels of oil, a transfer of which would require a similar-sized supertanker or multiple smaller vessels, a logistically complex operation. The tanker is now stranded off the coast of Cyprus, which some say may have been its original destination.
The case as we see it is that they had thought about going to Syria. It had been discussed whilst they're in the Atlantic. They changed their mind before they got to Gibraltar, and they decided they were going to go to Cyprus.
The tanker was sold to an unknown entity shortly after its release by Gibraltar and could offload oil at a port of the buyer's choice. Observers point out most recent transponder data suggest Adrian Darya could be headed for Greece, a member of both the EU and NATO. Meanwhile, Iranian officials have denounced US attempts to track the tanker's movements, accusing America of meddling with its commercial interests.
Because of US sanctions, we cannot be very transparent with the destination of our oil, because the United States illegally tries to bully others from purchasing our oil.
This sparked the speculation Adrian Darya could turn off its transponder and disappear from tracking services before offloading its cargo. But such a move may spark international scrutiny into Iran's dealings at a time when Iran is trying to avoid any attention to its oil sales.
But what I'm saying here today is that we have not yet received an official request for the ship to dock in a Greek port. It's a very complex situation, and we will continue to pay close attention to it as it evolves. But I can't make any further comment on that.
US officials say the tanker is still controlled by Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guards Corps, despite its formal change of ownership. And amid the tanker's erratic maneuvering in the eastern Mediterranean, some say Gibraltar's decision to release the vessel is already causing too much trouble. Kristian, Rouz, One America News.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One America News on YouTube, and call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.